Hey guys, how's it going? It's 8-Bit Eric. Welcome back to the channel. We have some Xbox Series X updates on this video. Today we're going to take a look at the first glimpse of Apex Legends run on the Xbox Series X. So Apex Legends, an awesome Battle Royale multiplayer game that has some heavy steam behind it. Me, I've played it a couple times, kind of died and sucked at it and just kind of never really picked it up. But needless to say, I will be checking it out on the next console generation of games, which is right around the corner. So if you guys have not subscribed yet, if this is your first time coming to the channel, why don't you click the red subscription button down below, enable your bell notifications so you do not miss any updates. Let's go ahead and get to this article courtesy of Dexerto. And this says, first glimpse at Apex Legends running on an Xbox Series X. I was going to say Xbox Legends. So, as preview editions of the Xbox Series X have been sent out, Microsoft has allowed a first look at some of the games running on the console to test their load speed and other features, including Apex Legends. So the other day, we actually saw an example of Doom Eternal loading up within 5 seconds on the Xbox Series X. That was actually pretty cool. I'm really excited about how fast the load times look, especially for backwards compatible titles. I'm definitely going to be picking up both an Xbox Series X and a PlayStation 5. I don't do the console wars mumbo jumbo, so all my opinions try to remain neutral for the most part as I cover these headlines and updates. Just an FYI. So it says, although Respawn and EA have been generally tight-lipped about Apex Legends on the next-gen consoles, we know that it will at least be playable. Whether there are any graphical or technical improvements to take advantage of the new hardware is another matter, though. So we do know it is coming over. It's just there's no knowledge if it's going to be upgraded or have different graphics or any kind of new modes or new features that are going to be for the next gen. It might just be a straight port of whatever's on current generation, which I'm okay with that. I know maybe a little bit of texture mapping or changes might be something that people would want in their things. But you know what? I'm okay with it being playable. It doesn't need that much of a graphical upgrade. So this goes on to say Apex Legends, of course, is currently available on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And it's also released on Steam and Nintendo Switch later this year, which I've been waiting for it to get on the Nintendo Switch. I know a lot of people actually have. It says, we already have our first glimpse of Apex running on a next-gen console, courtesy of The Verge's Tom Warren. So Tom Warren from The Verge posted a clip on Twitter, which we're going to look at in a minute, of Apex Legend running on the Xbox Series X. Keep in mind, this is a very short clip. It's really just like a little snippet. It's not like a full-length gameplay video that goes on for like 10 minutes or anything like that. So it says, Microsoft unlocked nearly 200 games on the preview units of the Xbox Series X for the weekend of October 3rd to the 4th. With a preview unit in hand, Warren tested a handful of games, including Forza and Apex Legends. So this kind of touches on my article from yesterday that I read, where it showed the Doom Eternal. Some influencers, media outlets, journalists and stuff, they have the ability to play over 200 backwards compatible titles on the Xbox Series X. I'm actually really excited again about their backwards compatibility. That's one of the main highlights and features that I am looking most forward to on the Xbox Series X, because I have a bunch of OG Xbox games, a bunch of Xbox One games, a bunch of Xbox 360 games. I just can't wait to sink my teeth into and just have the ability to play all of them on one console. You bet your sweet mama's butt that I'm going to be checking it out. Anyways, the article says his findings on load times were solid, but not mind-blowing, with Forza Motorsport 7 loading in approximately 29 seconds, which pretty good, and Apex a hair faster at 28 seconds. So 28 and 29 seconds. In the grand scheme of things, especially how we've been dealing with loading screens as gamers for years, that's actually pretty impressive. It's not 5 seconds in like Doom Eternal, but that's still pretty good. It says, in addition, Warren also provided a glimpse at both games running simultaneously, taking advantage of the Series X's quick resume function. So what this means is you can quick resume a game, almost like a save state, at any moment. And multiple games are supposedly in the rumors to being able to do this quick resume. So it shows that action, that in action. It basically allows an application to be suspended and then returned to after moving. So you can close it or suspend it, move to a different one, suspend that, move to another one, suspend that. So this is very interesting. This was a feature that I've actually wanted to try to check out more, which was the quick resume So let's go ahead. We're going to take a glance at this. So this is Tom Warren. He says Forza Motorsport 7 takes 29 seconds to load on Xbox Series X. Apex takes 28 to load on Xbox Series X. And you can see both Forza and Apex support quick resume. So let's look at this right here. So he just exited out Apex, went to Forza, and it's loading. So this is the load time. There you go. So it's at, I believe, a menu. Now he's going to go quick resume over to Apex Legends. And look at that. That's very minimal amount of loading between the games, between the quick resume. It looks actually pretty interesting. I know one of the big concerns of this next gen is people waiting for load times. That people don't want load times. People want these things to be as fast as possible. In a perfect world, that would be the case. We're still going to have minimal load times. I think 28 and 29 seconds is quick enough to be happy. I'm actually rather impressed with that. I was also rather impressed with the Doom Eternal 5-second time too. So let's go ahead and continue on with this. This is unfortunately, as this is just a quick glimpse, presumably taken on a mobile device, it's impossible to see if the Apex Legends lobby screen looks any crisper than its current gen counterpart. So you didn't see much footage. You didn't see much in regards to Apex Legends, so we don't know how the game looks for the next gen. We don't know how it plays. We don't know how the textures look. We don't know if it has some kind of updated features, graphics, anything like that as of this moment. We just saw a brief glimpse of it, which is unfortunate. We just got to wait a little bit longer. It says, that being said, if you're coming from a base PS4 Xbox One, you'll immediately see the difference if you could take advantage of the 4K output on next gen. Of course, PS4 Pro or One X owners already have access to 4K resolution. For more details on how Apex Legends will be optimized, yada yada, just gotta wait. So, pretty cool little article here. Again, it was just a brief little glimpse, enough of a teaser. I know people want full-fledged gameplay and stuff, but just looking at how quickly that loaded in, that's really interesting. And the quick resume function seems pretty legit. I'm actually really excited to get my hands on an Xbox Series X. I cannot wait for launch, guys. I'm completely ready for the next console generation. I'm stoked. I know there's a lot of people that are still kind of hesitant because there's a lot of stuff that we haven't seen, a lot of information, but I think the outlook's looking pretty good so far. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. What are your thoughts on Apex Legends? What about the load times that you saw today? Any other kind of interesting information that you've learned about the Xbox Series X or stuff that you're still waiting on to hear about the Xbox Series X? Let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't subscribed and enabled your bell notifications already, why don't you do it? Join the 8BE Nation, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks a lot, guys. Peace out.